WeirDo. WeirDo 10. Messy Weird. Chapter 1. We've just moved into our new house and it's awesome. The yard is like a jungle. It's bananas. We still have heaps of unpacking to do. There are so many boxes. And there's loads of cleaning up. Everything's messy. These black tiles are actually white, and these black squares are actually windows. But we're getting there, sort of. When we're not wasting time mucking around, like what Roger, who's been having heaps of fun hiding in our empty boxes, then giving us a fright. Boo! Fido and Blockhead found something really funny to do with all of our bubble wrap. Pop, 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 pop. While unpacking, I keep finding funny things that I haven't seen in ages, like a bunch of old food foldings I drawn. Dad and Granddad were doing all sorts of crazy things with the packing tape, but all that changed when Mum walked in and found us laughing. Ha 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 ha! Mum laughed at first and then sighed. You guys, she said, I'm glad we're having fun, but we're never going to get the house sorted like this. It'll take us years to unpack and clean up the mess. Mum sat down in a big pile of bubble wrap and packing foam. Pop, 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 pop. I felt a bit bad as I looked at Mum, who looked really tired. She'd been working very hard, probably harder than all of us. Mother's Day was almost here. It was just a couple of days away. It would be the perfect chance to make Mum feel really special and to show her how much I cared. But I didn't have any money for a fancy present. What could I do? I would have asked Dad and Granddad for advice, but they were too busy trying to break out of the packing tape. And then it hit me. Ding! I'd see if I could make some extra pocket money for doing all of the chores around the house. The house would get cleaned up really fast. Plus, I'd have some money to buy Mum a great present. And I knew just who could help me. Bella and Henry. Chapter 2. Luckily, Dad agreed to my plan. Bella and Henry were really happy as well. They both wanted extra pocket money to buy something for their mums for Mother's Day too. We all need pocket money. The next morning, Dad took Mum, Sally and Roger out for the day to get some new things for the house. Bella and Henry came over early so that the three of us could get started on the big cleanup. We had a huge list of chores. Wash dirty clothes, vacuum, clean dirty dishes, mow lawns and tidy yard, throw away older magazines and newspapers. Granddad was home to keep an eye on us. But he fell asleep before we'd even begun. Okay, I said, first on the list is the washing. Do either of you know anything about washing machine? They eat my socks. We had a huge basket of dirty clothes, plus a big box of washing powder. How hard could it be? Bella and Henry helped me to tip the clothes into the machine, even Dad's underpants. How much washing powder do we need? Asked Bella. I shrugged. I know, said Henry. The more we put in, the cleaner the clothes will be. That sounded pretty smart to me, so we poured in the whole lot. Whoosh! Then it was time to turn on the machine. We thought we'd better go for the highest setting. Disgustingly filthy. That should do it. Next on our list was vacuuming. Henry grabbed the vacuum cleaner. I'm a lean, mean-sucking machine, he said. In moments, he was zipping around the house like a race car driver while Bella and I watched. Vroom! It was awesome. All the dust and dirt was sucked out of sight. Beep, beep. Once he was done, the carpets looked like new. But then Henry pressed some weird button. Press. And all the dust and dirt spat right back out. Oops, I guess I shouldn't have pressed that. So Henry started all over again. But this time we made sure he didn't press that button again. We moved to the kitchen next. We were ready to wash the piles and piles of dirty dishes that had built up over the last few days. That is a lot of dishes, said Henry. Sure is, said Bella. Tina could take care of this in seconds. Lick, and don't forget my dog Mo, added Henry. Lick, lick. I didn't think Mum or Dad would like the idea of Tiny and Mo licking our plates clean. Here, guys, I said, tossing them gloves, detergent, and a tea towel. Let's do it. Bubbles were flying everywhere. We made an awesome washing, rinsing and drying team, and we only broke one plate. Maybe we should would dry them like this, or maybe not. It took us ages, but the dishes were finally done. Phew. Bella took a deep breath. "What's next?" she asked. "Now we move to the yard," I said. "Are we gardening?" said Henry. "How about I just plant myself on the couch?" Bella and I laughed. A break would be great, but not just yet. There was still too much mess to clean up. Or on our way outside, Henry spotted our back door. The back door had this cool round window. Henry jumped up behind it and pretended he was underwater. He couldn't miss a chance to make us laugh. "Ha!" Granddad laughed, sitting up from his nap. "I've woken up on a boat." Granddad had just woken up right on time to help us out with the yard work. He helped me get the mower going. He helped Henry with the wiper snipper and Bella with the hedge cleaners. We made gardening more fun by telling each other lots of jokes. "What do you call a cow that eats your grass?" "A lawn mower." Moo. "How do you make a hedge trimmer?" "Put it on a diet." "What type of fish is good for carrying things around your backyard?" "A wheelbarrow." After the long grass was gone, we discovered heaps of cool things, like a bird bath, bombs away, a fancy-looking pond. They call me Pond, James Pond. A slippery dip, woohoo! And some local wildlife, a duck, you quack me up. A lizard, ooh, a blue-tongued lizard. Nah, I've just been eating blueberries. A frog in the pond listening to music. Can you guess what sort? Hip-hop, of course. And a worm. "Oh, hi there. Are you new here?" "Oops, that's my butt." The yard looked incredible. Before, after. But we did not look so good before, after. Finally, it was break time. Chapter 3. Granddad made us some sandwiches to eat up in the attic. We had one more chore on our list. 5. Throw away all the magazines and newspapers. But we really needed a rest first. And then we needed to jump around on the beanbags. Woohoo! They were so bouncy and fun. We tried somersaults, belly flops, and backflips. But we jumped around too so much that the beanbags burst. Oops, oops, oops. We were sad about breaking the beanbags at first, but then we realised the attic had turned into a really cool ball pit. I was like swimming in a really cool pool without getting wet. Woohoo! Bella and I were doing backstroke across the attic when I noticed something weird in the corner of the room. What was that, huh? Let's clean up so we can see properly, said Bella. It took ages, but we packed up the bowls and then all three of us stuck down to read what was carved into the wall. It was a bunch of decorations and numbers. Start at 0, left 14, right 10, left 7, right 11, left 3 for treasure. Huh? For treasure? Treasure! This new house was about to get a whole lot more interesting. Chapter 4. I kept thinking about that first instruction. Start at 0. 0. What could that mean? Suddenly, I had a great idea. The back door, I shouted. What about the back door? Said Bella. I think that's where we have to begin, I said. The wall says to start at 0. That window looks like a big round 0. Maybe there's something buried in our backyard. I scribbled down the note from the wall and we ran downstairs to start our treasure hunt. Let's go! It must be buried treasure, I said as I ran. A pile of gold that some pirate left here years ago. What's the worst thing a pirate can do? Scratch its bottom with the wrong hand. Buried treasure would mean we could all buy really fancy presents for our mums. We could send an incredible island holiday. They'd feel so lucky. We are the luckiest mums in the world. What if it's a barrel filled with real old coins, said Henry. They could be worth millions, billions even. We could buy our mums matching cars. They'd feel so special. Our kids make us feel so special. Or a chest filled with diamonds and jewels, said Bella. Our mums would be so happy. You kids are amazing. You make us so happy. We skidded to a stop at the back door. Okay, I said. I grabbed the shovels that were leaning up against the wall. I took one for myself and handed each to Henry and Bella. Let's start here and take 14 steps to the left. 1, 2, 3. Once we reached 14 steps, we turned and began counting 10 steps to the right. 8, 9, 10. Then there were another 7 steps to take to the left. 5, 6, 7. 11 more steps to the right. 9, 10, 11. These kids are making me dizzy. And lastly, 3 more steps to the left. We're here, I said. Let's dig. The 3 of us dug and dug and dug and dug and dug and dug. Hey, said Bella, what do you call a man whose head looks like a shovel? Dug. We dug really, really far, but hadn't come across any hidden treasure. It was just dirt, 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 and more dirt. Oh, hi there. Are you new here? Oops, I'm talking to my bottom again. Oops, I'm talking to my bottom again. We were about to call it quits when we heard this weird bubbling noise. Gurgle, gurgle. It was coming from the house. Gurgle, gurgle. Uh-oh. Suddenly, Granddad shouted from inside, "The house is about to blow! Watch out!" And with that, there was a huge explosion. Whoosh! Pop, 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 pop. Said Henry, maybe we shouldn't have poured all of the powder in the washing machine. Oops. Chapter 5. It took us a long time to clean. It took us a long time to clean up after the washing machine explosion. Ready, set, dive. We removed buckets and buckets of bubbles. It was a slippery work. Oops. But when we were done, everything looked cleaner and sparklier than ever. Look at me shine. Super shiny, said Bella. The house is looking really good. So said Henry, what's left on our list of chores? I looked over at our list. We'd crossed almost everything off it. We have to pick up all the old magazines and newspapers, then throw them in the recycling bin, I said, and then we're done. I wished we'd been able to find buried treasure off our lists and buy our mum's awesome presents, but the notes on the wall had sent us nothing but a wild goose chase. Can't catch us. We just have to use the pocket money we were earning today to buy our mums their presents. It wouldn't be as much, but it'd be something. Granddad gave us some empty boxes to load everything into. Slowly but surely, we'd cleaned up the mess. We were exhausted. You guys have really earned this, said Granddad as he handed us our pocket money from Dad. Here you go. Great job. Thanks, the three of us said at the same time. Now we would finally go and buy something for Mother's Day tomorrow. We jumped into the car and Granddad drove us to the shops. But when we got there, it was closed. No, it's too late, I said. We spent so much time on the chores. The shops are already closed. What are we going to do, said Bella. I don't have anything to give my mum. Me neither, said Henry. Maybe I'll have to write her a poem. I had no idea what I could give my mum. Sadly, we turned to drive back home, but not before spotting Handsome in the car park. Lucky me, I made it to the shop in time. Totally the best Mother's Day present ever. Back home, we trudged up to the attic. We'd forgotten it was completely empty. Now there were no bean bags to fall onto, but there was something strange in the corner. Huh? What's that? I asked, pointing at the black box. We must have been so busy looking at the numbers on the wall earlier that we didn't see it there. Everyone rushed over to take a look. It's a safe, said Granddad. A safe? More importantly, what was inside the safe? Chapter 6. Granddad bent down and started pulling at the door. Oof! He pulled and pulled, but the door wouldn't budge. It stuck tighter than the superhero's underpants, he said. Tight equals might. Sorry, kids, there's no way we can get this poem without the right code. Code! I rushed to grab the piece of paper I'd scribbled the wall numbers onto the could this have been the code to the safe? We were about to find out. I knelt down in front of the safe. I turned the dial 2 to 0, then followed the instruction. Left 14, right 10. I turned the dial left for 7 clicks, right 11, left for 3 clicks. Then clink. The safe door popped open. Whoa! We'd done it. We'd opened the safe with the code from the wall. Now what was inside? I reached in and felt around. In the back of the safe was a small pouch. There was something inside. I carefully tipped it out and found some rings with the blue jewels in my hand. Rings, I cried out. We found some jewelry we can give to our mums for Mother's Day. Granddad, look, they look like they're worth heaps. Granddad took the rings in his hand, then held them up to the light. He had a very close look at the gemstones, turning them over. Henry and Bella and I watched in awe. We were so excited. We were so excited to have found something so amazing for our mums. Kids, said Granddad, they're beautiful rings, but I'm afraid they're not worth a lot of money. Oh. Bella smiled. That's okay. They'll make great presents. You're the Lord of the Rings, my precious. Beep, beep. The family was home. I quickly tucked the rings back in the pouch and hid it in my pocket. Mum and Dad were so impressed with how the house looked. Mum especially looked really happy, and even better, really proud of us. Well done, Weir. Well done, all of you, she added, giving Bella and Henry a hug too. Guess what we brought today, said Dad. What? Tell us, we replied. This, said Dad, wheeling something huge through the front door. A new tree. A tree? We'll need a very big hole to plant it in, said Mum. Bella, Henry and I looked at each other excitedly, thinking about the huge hole we'd already dug in the backyard today. We know the perfect spot for it, I said, grinning at my friends. Chapter 7. In the morning, we planted the new tree. This is a great hole, And we set up a really long table for our big Mother's Day lunch. We needed lots of space because we'd invited Henry and Bella's families over to join us. After digging for buried treasure and cracking the safe, we didn't find the richest we were hoping for. We weren't going to send our mums away on fancy holidays or buy them new cars or spoil them with expensive jewellery, but the rings were nice and they were something we thought our mums would like, even if they weren't worth a lot of money. And we were right. Our mums loved the rings and all the tree, and all three of them put them on right away. They are beautiful. Henry ended up writing a poem, so he read that next. It was one he wrote for all of our mums. Our mums, we love you more than cookie crumbs. When we're sick, you rub our tums. When we were babies, you wipe our bums. Our mums. We all cheered for Henry. The mums also really loved the sign we made for them. It was something we made last night out of some of the old newspapers and magazines. We love you, mums. Next, Bella, Henry and I took turns to say something special to our mums. Mum, thank you for everything you do for me. Thank you for making me laugh all the time. Mum, you deserve the best. The three of them smiled. They looked very proud and very happy. We are the luckiest mums in the world, said my mum. Our kids make us feel so special, said Henry's mum. You kids make us so happy, added Bella's mum. Now let's eat, Dad called out. He began dishing out all the amazing food he'd cooked us for lunch. It was so good to see everyone eating and laughing and enjoying themselves. I quickly squeezed into the seat next to my mum. I wish I could give you all the treasure in the world, I said to her, but even that couldn't show how much you mean to me. Oh, Weir, she said, you kids, you, Sally and Roger are the greatest treasure in the world. Aww. Thank you for watching my video, guys. And that's not all. There are more videos coming out soon. So see you later.